Such a beautiful day out this day before the eve of Passover, the day of preparation. So I wanted to show you a couple of things about matzah. Matzah is really the heart and soul, or the bread and butter, if you will, of every Seder meal. But there's something unique about it. Now, matzah means unleavened bread. And the reason it was unleavened was because the children of Israel were in haste that night, that first night when the plague was coming, and they had to dip the hyssop branch into the lamb's blood, apply it to the doorpost, and get inside. Well, this was their meal. They didn't have time to let the dough rise, so they made bread, especially for their journey, because they were going to be leaving Egypt. And it's the bread of haste. And so, but what's interesting is how it's prepared. It was prepared on an open grill, a type of a thing, a grate. And so it makes marks on the bread itself. And it is actually a picture of the Messiah's body when it became the sacrificial lamb. Isaiah 53 says that he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities, and by his stripes we are healed. Now, interestingly, the matzah is bruised. That's the browning that happens when it laid against the grate. It looks like a bruising. It is also striped because the dough itself, because it wasn't raised, it laid between each of the planks on the grill or the grate. And then also, if you hold this up, and I don't know if you can see this, but you can see holes in it. You can see where it was pierced. It looks like it was pierced. So this is the bread of life, the unleavened, unsinned bread of the Messiah. It was wounded, it was bruised, it was pierced. So as we use it during the Seder meal, it is a perfect picture of the Messiah himself. Remember, everything in the festivals, God ordained that they would be types and shadows of the coming Messiah. Now, during the Seder, there's a point at which they have the Afikomen, which is a Greek word, and it kind of means it's the hidden thing, but it's considered dessert. And it was hidden away, and this is not exactly an Afikomen bag, but I'm going to use it as one. And the leader would break it into 3 parts, and the middle part would be hidden away in the Afikomen, and then the other parts were put in layers in it. And throughout the evening, the Afikomen, they would take it out and they use different things and apply. There would be charoset and bitter herbs, that kind of thing. But the middle portion was hidden away, and you didn't get to see that. And the children would wonder about it. But you see, it was broken into 3 pieces. And here we have what would be considered the Father and the Holy Spirit. And the Son was buried. The Son was the unleavened bread. The middle portion of the Afikomen was buried away. And again, it's a symbol, it's a sign. And it's amazing that Jews all over the world tomorrow evening will be doing this Seder and repeating these rituals, and yet their eyes are still blinded. So we should pray for them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Father, show mercy upon your people Israel and all of the nations of the earth to see the glory of Yeshua HaMashiach, who was striped and beaten, bruised and pierced for our transgressions, and by those stripes we are healed. Chag Pesach, and shalom to you.